Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom to everybody in the room, on Zoom. So much is happening in the world, right? Hostages coming home and not coming home. And some of them coming home to, find out that their families are no longer complete. The terrible crash in D.C., people in California going back to their homes and finding them no longer there. It's so much to hold. So tonight, my kavanah for this service is that it feel like a refuge, for this hour and a half, or maybe 2 hours, we'll see. That you feel at home and safe and connected and held by the tefillot, by the prayers that we were offering tonight.
Page 6, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalem, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bottom of page 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Words Igalena. page 10. לכו נעננה לאדוני נריע נשבעתי באפי אם יבוא אל מנוחתי שיר לאדוני שיר חדש שיר לאדוני כל הארץ שיר Please rise on page 20. מזמור לדוד, אהבו לאדוני בני אלי, אהבו לאדוני כבוד רב, אהבו לאדוני כבוד שמו. השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, קול אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד יהי אדוני על מים רבים. קול אדוני בכוח, קול אדוני בהדר, קול אדוני שומר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את עזי הלבנון. כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני יכול לילות, ויחסו אדוני למד ולישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. be seated. Page 22, bottom of the page. And the words in the bold, Yachid Ge'eh Lamcha Peneh. Yachid Ge'eh Le'amcha Peneh. Let's do one more time, everybody. Sing it out loud.
One of the disturbing ethical quandaries in the book of Exodus and the book of Shemot is that God hardens the heart of Pharaoh. So you wonder, where is free will? So there's lots of opinions about this, and I want to offer one right now and talk a little bit more about this later. So in the first 5 plagues, Pharaoh hardens his own heart. So one could say it becomes a habit of Pharaoh's heart to be hardened. And then Pharaoh's perception is that, oh, I have a hard heart, right? It seems like it's so ingrained, it's so habitual, it feels like it comes from the outside and it's part of his character. And thus the Torah says, God hardened Pharaoh's heart, but really Pharaoh set it up to be hardened. So you might go with that, you might not. It doesn't quite erase the ethical quandary. But for the moment, let's think about hardening and softening our hearts as a practice. And if you would like to join me and settle into your seat and close your eyes, and if you're not into meditation and visualization, just relax for a few minutes. And see if there are any places in your body that are constricted, like Mitzrayim, which means the constricted place. And breathe into them And imagine the soft energy of Shabbat invites those places to relax, to open, to not be so heavy. And now breathe right into your heart space. And sort of check in with your heart and think about the last week. Maybe your heart shut down as you were reading the news. Or maybe your heart became hard when you had some tense words with someone you love. Or maybe something at work was upsetting and shut you down. Or maybe you're just exhausted and there were moments where you couldn't take anything in anymore and you shut down. And now imagine what you need for your heart to open, to feel safe enough for your heart to soften and become lighter, maybe not quite as defended. Create a safe space for yourself where you can imagine some of your habitual defenses dropping one by one. And your heart opening, maybe just a little, softening, becoming lighter, not so heavy. If you're carrying pain, maybe just put it aside, away from your heart, so your heart has a little room to experience other feelings like joy and shleimut, wholeness, and Shabbat. Take a few more breaths. And now our hearts are ready to greet the bride of Shabbat. L'cha Dodi.
Page 24. Nine, 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 וזכור בדיבורך השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד בשם ולתפארת ותהילה לך דודי Kabbalat Shabbat לכו ונלכה כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדר נסוכה סוף מעשה מחשבה תחילה יוי יוי לך דודי לקראת גאלה פני שבת נקבלה מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה רב לך שבת בעמק הבכה והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה לך דודי קלה נערי מעפר קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי וקרבה על נפשי גאלה לך דודי לקראת גאלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי התעוררי היווה אורך ומי אורי נורי שיר אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת גאלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת גאלה פני שבת לך דודי לקראת גאלה פני שבת ולשבת נקבלה לא תבושי ולא תקלני מה תשתוכחי ומתני בהר יחפשו אני ימי ונבנית עיר על דילה לך דודי לקראת גאלה פני שבת ולשבת נקבלה והיו למשיסה שוסייך ורחקו כל מבלייך ויסיס עלייך אלוהייך תמסוס חתן הכלה לך דודי לקראת גאלה פני שבת ולשבת נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על יד איש בן פרצי יופי, נשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי, לי כלכלה, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. Let's rise, everybody. לך דודי, לי כלכלה, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. יאי די די די, יאי די 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 די, יאי די 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 די, יאי די די די, יאי די 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 די, יאי די 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 די. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה וצולה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה שבת המלכה. לך דודי, לי כלכלה, פני שבת, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. Stay standing for another minute. I'm going to sing a prayer for the return of the hostages. In the past and in the future. May they come home soon. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Ma'atir asurim, ma'atir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Ma'atir asurim, ma'atir asurim, ma'atir asurim, ma'atir asurim. A prayer for healing. You can find it on page 30. Ana elna refana la beharot la noam zivach. אז תתחזק ותתרפא, והייתה לך שמחת עולם. אנה אלנה רפנה לה, להראות לה הזה ותתרפא והייתה לה שמחת עולם. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב, אמותינו שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את כל החולים והחולות שהזכרנו כאן היום. הקדוש ברוך הוא ירפא אותם, יחזק אותם, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף. שבת עמי ליזום ורפואה קרובה לבוא, ונאמר Please be seated.
Few announcements before we welcome new people. You should have these. Please look at them because we aren't going to announce everything on them. So number one is tomorrow's services will be at the youth hostel a few blocks south. It's going to be somewhere special to celebrate the Ofruf of Wendy Miles' daughter. So it's very exciting. Yeah. Open book, however, will be here. So it's a little complicated. Hopefully you'll remember it all. Two other things. One is next Shabbat, we're having a lunch and learn with Rabbi Michael Strasfeld, who will talk about his book, Judaism Disrupted. Doesn't that sound exciting? We have limited spots, so please sign up. And we're having a Tu B'Shvat Seder Wednesday, February 12th at 7 p.m. with Chazan Basia Schechter. And it should be really exciting. Her and her band, Pharaoh's Daughter, will be there. It'll be at 7 p.m., a little bit down the block. So please sign up for these as, again, there is limited space. Okay, ready to welcome new people in the room, or someone hasn't been here in a long time. And if you're new on Zoom, please put your name in the chat so people on Zoom can welcome you.
Is anybody here for the first time? All right. So we have a microphone here.
We have a
We'd love for you to
microphone.
introduce yourselves, where you're from.
Just your name and where you're from. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, Chris.
Chris.
That's great. I always love meeting our remote members or
Nice to see you in person.
Are you also starstruck?
Very much so.
Oh, so great to have you.
We're doing so awesome. This is a highlight.
Thank you so much.
Am I taller in person? People say I'm taller in person. Just wanted to check. Okay. All right. I'm just checking. Okay. Brooklyn.
Welcome, Dylan from Brooklyn.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. I'm Hilton, and I live in Sunnyside.
Huh. All the way from Queens. Welcome. I think there's a hand also on that side, Jeff.
Hello, my name is Joseph. This is my first time. I'm originally from Tennessee, but I live in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. All right, Joseph. Someone there,
Jeff, in back of you on that side.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm not new. I have been here before, but I haven't been here in probably 5 years.
Oh.
I'd say. Definitely way before the pandemic.
Wow.
I've gone to the Actors Temple and some other places, but I want to come back. It's really kind of neat being back. It's a different vibe from what I remember. It's interesting being back. And I thought about moving to Brooklyn so I'd get a cheer. To me, that's worth it. I would pay the moving house because then you would all cheer for me. But I live in Manhattan. I'm sorry to listen.
Well, you're welcome anyway. I grew up in Brooklyn, so I'm permanently from Brooklyn.
My mother's from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
All right. First time at a shul church. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Welcome to our shul church. That's yeah.
We like to say that all synagogues are just like this one.
Yeah. Mhm.
We have a new member back there. Small new member.
Everybody, Shabbat Shalom. I'm Sarah. This is Joshua, my husband. We met right by the piano about 7 years-ish ago. This is baby Nora. She's 2.5 months old.
Whoa. Welcome to baby
So-
Nora.
We're getting her used to this. Our third time. Yeah.
Okay, and with that, we're going to invite you to take 2 minutes to say hello to each other,
And please rise, and when you hear us playing music, then
and then stay risen.
Nai, 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 nai. Nai, 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 nai. Nai, 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 nai. Ya, na, nai, nai, nai. Nai, 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 nai. Nai, 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 nai. Nai, את אדוני Continue on page 34. מורחת שכינה, please be seated. תנוח העולם אשר בדבר אמרי בערבי. בחוכמה פותחת שערים. בתבונה משנה עתים ומחליפה את הספים. סדר וכוכבים שמור להם. אלא חיה וקיימת, תמיד תמלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוכה את שכינה המרהיבה ערבים. אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך ומצוות ומצוותים כן אדוני אלוהינו ושומרנו ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. באו אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. On page 39, ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. On page 48. ראו בנים את גבורתו, שיבחו והודו לשמו, ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם. משה ומרים ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילו עושה מלכותך, ראו בניך בו כהיה לפני משה ומרים. זה לי אנו ואמרו אדוני לא לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי ודע אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. On page 49. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכה שלומך, השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ותקננו מצה טובה מלפניך, הושיענו למען שמך, רגן בעדנו, ואסר מעלינו ידנו בחרב ורעב יגון, ואסר שטן מלפנינו מאחורינו, וצל כנפיך תסתירנו, כי למחשומנו מצילנו אתה, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה, ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ועל ירושלים. Please rise. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם לרית עולם. איי 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 ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפל. חצי קדיש on the bottom of page 52. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועל מה דיברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון ויומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה ברכו לילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן ועלמה וימרו אמן.
Since Trump's election, I've been trying to reorient myself to the country we live in, wondering, how can I remain open-hearted in a world full of cruelty and suffering? How can I take in what's happening and not shut down completely? This is a conversation I've been having with some of my friends and colleagues. This time, the suffering is very close to me. I am standing close to people who are undocumented, who are living in fear. I am standing close to people who are transgender, who are scared of their fate in this country. I am standing close to people who are parents of children who are transgender and who can't sleep at night. So terrified are they for their safety and well-being. Some of these people are part of this community, and some are close friends. And sometimes I simply don't want to know the truth of what's happening all around us, even though it is oh so close. And at other times, I can feel my heart breaking, and I don't know how to go on. And so again, I wonder, what does it mean to remain open-hearted in these times? What does it mean to live without hardening our hearts? On January 21st, the day after the inauguration, I found an answer to my question. I found my model and my inspiration in Bishop Marion Budd, the Episcopal Bishop of Washington, who gave a sermon at Washington's National Cathedral with President Trump sitting in the front row. Many of you have probably seen the viral video of her sermon, but in case you haven't, and even if you have, her words are worth listening to again. Here's an excerpt. Bishop Budd took a breath, looked directly at President Trump at the end of her sermon, and said, "Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. They are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops, who clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals. They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques and synagogues, gurudwaras, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away. And that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land. But here's the amazing thing. This courageous bishop admitted afterwards that she was afraid to say what she said. You could hear her taking a breath. You could hear her voice quavering. Yes, she was afraid, but her heart was open and feeling. And of course she was afraid. She was confronting the President of the United States of America. But she did it anyway. She was face to face with someone in power, someone who was hard-hearted. And yet somehow she maintained an open heart. Moses, our leader, Moshe, he also was afraid. He makes it plain. Listen to what he says when God charges him with his mission to confront Pharaoh in Exodus 3. God says, "So now go, for I send you to Pharaoh. Bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. V'ata l'cha v'eshlachacha el paro, v'hotzei et ami b'nei Yisrael mi Mitzrayim." And Moses says, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh, that I should bring the children out of Egypt? Mi anochi ke'elecha el paro, v'ki otzi et b'nei Yisrael mi Mitzrayim." And again in Exodus 6, verse 12, Moshe says before God, "If the children of Israel do not hearken to me, how will Pharaoh hearken to me? And I am of foreskinned lips. Hem b'nei Yisrael lo sham'u elai, v'ech yishma'eni Pharaoh, v'ani arel sfatayim." Moshe clearly feels unequipped. He believes he has been charged by God with an absolutely impossible mission. And yet, our parsha in Exodus 10 opens with God telling Moshe to come to Pharaoh, not to go to Pharaoh. Bo el paro. It doesn't say lech, but bo. Come to Pharaoh, for I have made his heart and the heart of his servants heavy with hard-heartedness, in order that I may put these signs among them. Bo el paro, ki ani chbareti et libo et lev avadav, lema'an shiti ototai ele b'kirbo. So why does God say bo and not lech? Why come and not go? But before I answer that question, I want to think for a moment about this business of the hard heart, right? What is Pharaoh's hard heart about? And as I was saying before, in the first 5 plagues, Pharaoh hardened his own heart. It's only in the 6th, the plague of boils, that it says that God hardened Pharaoh's heart. The ancient rabbis in a midrash and commentary on our parsha say it this way, explain it this way. This is what happened in the case of the wicked Pharaoh. God sent 5 warnings to which he paid no attention. 5 plagues. Finally, God said to him, "You stiffened your neck and hardened your heart. I now will render you even more vile." Hence the text reads, "For I have hardened his heart." The rabbis further teach that habits of the heart ultimately harden and become compulsive until we feel that our own states of being somehow come from the outside, that we are no longer in control of our very own character. That we say, "Oh, that's who I am." But maybe that's not exactly who you are. Maybe it's a practice you've been practicing for so long that you forget who you are. The issue of God's hardening Pharaoh's heart perhaps explains why God says to Moshe, "Bo, come," and not "go." Maybe God is helping Moshe go to Pharaoh, teaching him how to approach a person with a hardened heart, saying, "I know you are afraid, but come close to Pharaoh and discover his humanity. Peek under that hardened mask and you will find a person who is very scared and very vulnerable. Remember that his persona that he so proudly boasts of is false, for he, like the rest of us, cannot escape his own humanity. He too is fallible. He too is mortal. As my close friend and study partner and teacher, Rabbi Sharon Cohn-Annisfeld says in a sermon, this is where the hardening of the heart begins, in the denial of what makes us vulnerable, the denial of what makes us need, the denial of what makes us human. This is a truth that Pharaoh must hide as much from himself as from others. We're at times like Moses, standing with a softened heart, knowing in our bones that our brothers and sisters are suffering, and keeping our hearts open, going out to see if we can help them. And yet at others, we are like Pharaoh, yearning to be invulnerable, impervious, and impenetrable, disconnected from the suffering of others around us. At times, we prefer to go through life as masters instead of as servants. It's understandable. Life is so very hard. We all kind of want to skate over the hardness and pretend we can just, we got this. This is okay. And what about when it's not okay? For me, the miracle of Bishop Budd in those moments is that she faces the stony heart. She faces the one whose pretense is invulnerability, and she does so with an open heart. Maybe that's the first form of activism we can take, to stand with a soft, knowing heart, as much and as often as we humanly can, even though we are scared, and even though there are going to be times where we just need to shut down and escape, and even though we are so exhausted by this world that we live in, with the multiplying disasters that we are facing, even though we are disheartened, disappointed, depressed, and despairing, because if we don't, we will lose our very humanity, severing our connections to one another. It's kind of like what Bob Dylan writes in Blowing in the Wind. How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? And if we do stay connected, we might just find a way to rise up, to protect those who are imperiled, to protect the sacred people in our own midst who are so scared of what will happen to them. I bless us all with the strength to do so.
Amen. In that spirit, this week I encountered a pasuk, a sentence from Psalms, from Psalm 40. Vayiten befi shir chadash. God, grant me a new song. And here's a new song. Vayiten befi shir chadash. Try that. Vayiten befi shir chadash. God, grant me a new song. God, grant me a new song. God grant me a new song. God grant me a new song to sing when you laugh, to sing when you cry, to sing when you're born, to sing when you die, to sing when you're tired, to sing when you're scared, to sing when I don't even know if you're there. God grant me a new song. God grant me a new song. God grant me a new song. God grant me a new song to sing way up high, to sing way down low, to sing when you don't know which way to go, to sing in the morning, to sing in the night, to sing it to me so I know you're all right. Vayiten befi shir chadash. Vayiten befi shir chadash. God grant me a new song. 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 Amen. Please rise.
Mourner's Kaddish is on page 116. If you're reciting Kaddish, please remain standing. If you're in Shiva or observing a yurtzeit. And I'll go around the room, and if you'd like to recite the name of the person that you're saying Kaddish for. Did I miss anybody? If it's your custom to stand during Kaddish, you may do so now. And again, we're on page 116. Yitgadal v'yitqadash שמי רבה, ויאמר דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון ויאמריכון וחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן.
יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל לשמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיא, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן.
May their memories be for a blessing.
Let's rise, everybody, again. Some thank yous for today. Shabbos, everybody. Shabbos.
Shabbos!
First of all, Mazel Tov to Wendy, to Gabriel and Melissa. Melissa and Gabriel's Ofrof tomorrow.
Join us.
We're going to have tomorrow. The open book is going to be here, but then at 10 a.m. we have services in the youth hostel down the block, and also Seekers will be here tomorrow. It's confusing. Yeah. Thank you to our davening team. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shoshana. Thank you, Rabbi Dan Kolaresis. A team, yeah, they're a team. Thank you so much. Thank you, Romemu staff. Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Craig, Victor, and the team. Thank you to all the West End staff, security. Thank you online. And let's see, what else am I missing? Kiddush following services tomorrow also at the youth hostel. It's 891 in Amsterdam. You can't miss it. It's right down the block.
Yeah, join us for lunch.
Kiddush on page 88. יום השישי ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי חבריי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו מצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל עמים לשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Shabbat. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ועמו אמן. עושה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ועמו אמן. שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ועמו אמן. שבס.